go, much as you might like to it.
You're missing an adverb there, unfortunately. Unfortunately, if you cannot sack people who have a strategic command in the economy, then they will behave delinquently, and that's what's happened. The issue is not the one that's been created over the last few days. It's the issue of this state-created monopoly with a pampered and inept management and a pampered and inept and I would gather lazy workforce. Average income, to Joe Higgins, when he talked about underpaid workers, average income air traffic controllers are €113,000. That does not include pension contributions, which are paid for by the government.
Hold a while now, Kevin. Hold a while now. Like, Joe Higgins is at Frankfurt Airport. Hopefully, in a couple of hours, he's going to be at 35,000 feet as other Boeings and Airbuses go flashing by him left and right. He and all the other people in the aeroplane are in the hands of the men who work under stressful conditions on the ground. So to say they're only working for 20 hours, I mean, I don't want an air traffic control...
The figure 20 hours.
What?
I didn't mention the figure 20 hours.
No, but Michael O'Leary did.
Well, you're challenging me on the figure 20 hours.
No, what I'm challenging you on is that if you have people responsible for thousands of people in the air at any one time in an aeroplane, then you should pay them reasonably well.
Yeah, €113,000 a year is what they're getting into their hands before they're taxed, and then their pension contributions are paid for by the government. They're not in the same world as you and I, George. I have to pay into my pension fund, so do you. €113,000 a year is for a 20-hour week is really good money. Of course they're skilled and they're right to be well paid, but this is a level of payment which is not economically sustainable, and I'm not defending management. Management is overpaid. Everyone has been overpaid in this economy, and the management is right not to be paying 6%, in addition to which they should be taking pay cuts themselves. But we cannot have people sitting in a strategic command of our economy with their fingers over our carotid artery, deciding whether we live or whether we die.
I think
George, can I come in there? And
Please do.
I have to say, I think it's outrageous, in the usual cavalier fashion adopted by Mr. O'Leary, to categorise those workers as inept and lazy. That's a disgusting slander. Our air traffic controllers have a very, very good record on safety. And as you rightly said, George, and when we travel, those of us who have to travel a lot for our work are more conscious of this perhaps than anybody else. We want people who are alert, who are relaxed at their work, and who aren't exhausted. I mean, it's quite incredible and highly irresponsible for the owner of a major airline to describe in the fashion that he did those who are guiding his planes, hundreds of them on a daily basis, safely through airspace and in and out of our airports. I tell you, I'd much prefer to have the Irish air traffic controllers sitting at those desks than Mr. O'Leary when I'm approaching Dublin Airport.
There is a key point, though, Joe, and I think it is a very important point that Kevin Myers makes. They are in a position, because A, they are monopolistic, and B, they are in an absolutely crucial industry, that they have the power to bring the country to its knees. Not a bad position to be in, I put to you, if you're going to engage in industrial action. Much different from the fellas who walked up O'Connell Street with Jim Larkin.
Well, I don't think any workers want to bring the country to its knees. The same was said about public servants who were forced out in a one-day strike. Workers do not want to be put in that position. But the point is, when you have management taking unilateral dictatorial action, especially when issues were being referred to one of the labour relations procedures, and suspends 15 colleagues, then I'm afraid that it's putting up to workers and it's demanding a response. And they have stood up and are fighting for solidarity in this case. So management and the government that is responsible for that organisation at the end of the day have questions to answer.
All right, so my thanks to my guests, Socialist Party MEP Joe Higgins, speaking to us from Frankfurt Airport, where poor old Joe may have to stay at the hotel, and Kevin Myers, of course, columnist with the Irish Independent. In a moment, hopefully.